Hey everyone, Damien here with the Jackson College Writing Fellows. Hope everybody's staying safe and staying positive during these troubling times. And I know we all need to occupy ourselves with something to do. What I like to do in my spare time is like to go fishing. Behind me you can see my mess of trusty fishing rods. When we do get some nice weather, I like to enjoy being on the outdoors, soaking up some sunshine and catching some fish. The following clip is going to be a tutorial on MLA citations. Enjoy. Today we're going to be going over the resources to use and how to construct your works cited page in MLA format. The basis behind your works cited page is to leave your research trail for others to follow. When writing citations, it is imperative to use a resource in order to keep all of your information in order. Oftentimes today, I still use resources to keep my information in order because it is easy to have one piece slip away from your mind. If I am not available to use my MLA guidebook, I often use the site Purdue OWL. If you type into the Google search bar Purdue OWL MLA citation, the link will pop up and will bring you to this site. If you come to this page, if you see on the side, you can find out basic format, books, periodicals, sources, and how you cite using all of those references. It also goes through a step-by-step process on what needs to come next. So let's take a look at a few common applications you may see when citing your sources. First we'll start with is the basic book, a book with one author. To start, you'll include the author's last name, comma, first name, period, followed by the title of the book, which is in italics, period, city of publication, comma, publisher, comma, and publication date, period. It is important to note the punctuation that follows each of these segments, and it is also important to note that the subsequent line after the first line and all subsequent lines after the first line will be tabbed in, creating a hanging indent. These practices will be consistent throughout the MLA formatting. We are going to continue with books, but rather ones that have multiple authors. If the book has two authors, start with the first name that appears on the work. This will be done in the last name, comma, first name format, followed by a comma. The next author's name will be done in the normal first name, last name format, followed by a period. If there are three or more authors, list only the first author that appears on the work, followed by a comma. Next you will type et al., followed by a period. Since many books are now accessible online, it is important to understand the citation of ebooks. Luckily, these closely mirror citations of physical books. All you must do is indicate that the work is an ebook by simply stating ebook in the citation. This indication will take place in the version portion of the MLA format. The versions section occurs after the author, title of source, container, and other contributors have been stated. Some of the best research you can do online is through an online database. These can provide you with a plethora of ebooks, articles, magazines, academic journals, and much more. To cite an online database, you'll be using the site as a container. State the name of the database in which you accessed, make sure to italicize it, and follow with a comma. Next, include the DOI. If the DOI is not provided, list the URL. You may also list the date in which you accessed your source. Now let's look at how the full works cited page should be formatted. Let's start with the title. Be sure to center the title at the top of the page and capitalize both the W and C in works cited. This should not be bolded. Next, arrange your citations in alphabetical order from top to bottom. As you can see here, you have H, I, J, and R. As stated earlier, be sure that any subsequent line following the first line of a citation is tabbed in, creating a hanging indent. Pay close attention to your punctuation throughout your sections, and be sure to have consistent paper format throughout. Same font, double spacing, and no bolding. Let's look at your works cited page now. Is your works cited centered? Is the W and C capitalized? Did you begin on the left margin? If any of these are not correct in yours, be sure to pause this video and go back to fix your works cited page. Did you tab in the second line? Are your italics and quotation marks correct? A trick that I like to use is I like to have a friend review the Purdue Owl website, then have him read my citations. If he can find any missed commas or periods or anything wrong with any of my citations, I can then go back and review them and fix them. Remember, if you have any more questions with citations or any more writing help, be sure to get a hold of me or any of the awesome writing fellows that we have on the team. Remember that we are Jackson Strong, and you've got this.